Ever notice how some small rooms feel like they're fighting against your AC all day long? Today, we're counting down the top 5 best AC for small room with poor insulation, revealing which models handle heat leakage, temperature swings, and everyday summer discomfort most effectively. Stick around until the end because the number 1 pick might surprise you. And if any model catches your attention, you'll find all the links waiting for you in the description below. Number 5, DuraComfort 8500 B2. There's a unique kind of frustration that comes with a poorly insulated room. You cool the space down, everything feels comfortable for a while, and then suddenly the warmth starts creeping back through the walls, windows, and hidden gaps. It feels like you're constantly starting over. That's where this unit begins to make sense. Rather than overwhelming a compact room with excessive power, it focuses on steady, practical cooling designed specifically for spaces where heat likes to linger. The 8500 B2 output provides a noticeable temperature drop for bedrooms, home offices, dorms, and studio apartments, helping create a more stable, indoor environment even when insulation isn't doing its job. One of the biggest advantages appears in daily use. Hotspots in poorly insulated rooms rarely stay in one place. Sometimes the heat collects near a window. Other times it gathers in a corner exposed to afternoon sunlight. Thanks to its lightweight construction, built-in wheels, and carrying handle, moving the unit where cooling is needed most feels effortless. Flexibility also plays a role here. Auto mode, fan mode, and energy-saving settings allow you to adapt to changing conditions without constantly adjusting controls. The remote keeps everything convenient, especially during long summer afternoons when the last thing you want to do is keep getting up to make changes. Compared with many standard 8000 B2 competitors, it offers slightly stronger airflow and a bit more cooling confidence. Of course, it's still designed for smaller environments, so large open spaces aren't really its specialty. For renters, students, remote workers, and anyone battling persistent heat gain in a compact room, this unit offers a straightforward solution that feels practical from the moment it starts running. Number 4, Temprium 8000 B2. Some rooms seem determined to stay warm no matter what you do. The AC cools things down. The outdoor heat pushes back. The cycle repeats all day long. In situations like that, raw cooling power is only part of the equation. What makes this model interesting is how intelligently it approaches comfort. Designed for spaces up to 350 square feet, it delivers strong airflow through an upgraded compressor that helps lower temperatures quickly before heat buildup becomes overwhelming. But cooling is only the beginning. The real story starts with convenience. Imagine leaving work on a hot afternoon and turning your AC on before you even arrive home. Through app connectivity, that becomes possible. Voice control compatibility with Alexa and Google Assistant adds another layer of simplicity, while the included remote ensures adjustments remain effortless from anywhere in the room. The experience feels modern. The experience feels connected. And most importantly, it feels easy. Poorly insulated rooms often suffer from humidity alongside heat. That sticky feeling in the air can make a room feel warmer than the thermometer suggests. Thankfully, dry mode helps address that issue by removing excess moisture and creating a more comfortable atmosphere. Nighttime comfort also receives special attention. Sleep mode keeps operation quieter, helping the room remain cool without turning every evening into a battle against noise. Compared to traditional portable AC units that focus solely on cooling, this model brings a smarter and more adaptable approach to daily comfort. For tech-savvy users who appreciate convenience as much as cooling performance, it offers a compelling balance. Number 3, VCKey 8000 B2. Not every cooling problem is solved by adding more power. Sometimes what people really want is consistency. A room that feels comfortable when they fall asleep and still feels comfortable when they wake up. That's exactly where this model stands out. Poor insulation creates constant temperature fluctuations. Warm air sneaks inside, cool air escapes. The room never seems to settle. Instead of fighting that challenge with brute force alone, this unit focuses on creating a calmer, more controlled environment. The first thing many users notice is the sound, or more accurately, the lack of it. With operation around 48 dB, it quietly blends into the background. During the day, it stays unobtrusive while you work, read, or relax. At night, it becomes even more valuable. Its smart sleep programming gradually adjusts temperature throughout the evening, helping prevent those uncomfortable moments when you wake up either too cold or suddenly sweating because conditions changed overnight. That small adjustment makes a surprisingly big difference. Another feature worth mentioning is the triple filtration system. Older apartments and poorly insulated rooms often struggle with dust circulation, especially during warmer months. This filtration helps capture airborne particles before they continuously recirculate throughout the space. And before we continue, if one of these models already sounds like the right fit for your room, you'll find all product links conveniently listed in the description below. Compared to portable ACs that focus mainly on aggressive airflow, this model places greater emphasis on comfort quality, sleep experience, and indoor air cleanliness. The coverage is naturally better suited for compact spaces, but within those limits, it delivers a cooling experience that feels remarkably refined. Number 2, DOMANKI 12,000 B2. There comes a point where poor insulation simply overwhelms smaller cooling systems. The ACK runs longer, the room heats up faster, and suddenly maintaining comfort starts feeling like a full-time job. That's where additional cooling capacity becomes incredibly valuable. With 12,000 B2 performance and a powerful compressor backed by turbo mode, this unit attacks heat buildup aggressively. Instead of slowly working its way toward the target temperature, it pushes strong airflow across the room almost immediately, helping reclaim comfort before the warmth has a chance to settle in. You feel the difference quickly. For rooms constantly exposed to heat leakage, that rapid response becomes one of its greatest strengths. Versatility also plays a major role. The 3-in-1 functionality allows users to switch between cooling, fan, and dehumidifying modes depending on daily conditions. On especially humid days, that flexibility can completely change how a room feels. Nighttime performance remains impressive as well. Sleep mode lowers operating noise to approximately 48 dB while automatically adjusting settings for a more restful environment. Compared to many 8,000 B2 competitors, this model recovers faster from heat gain and maintains stability more effectively once temperatures begin climbing. It naturally requires a little more space and power, but for users facing particularly stubborn heat retention, that trade-off often feels worthwhile. For apartments, bedrooms, offices, and rooms where insulation simply isn't cooperating, this unit delivers cooling that feels strong, responsive, and dependable. Number 1, Shinco 8000 B2. The challenge with cooling a poorly insulated room isn't always about maximum power. It's about balance. Too little cooling and the heat wins. Too much cooling and the space feels inefficient or oversized. This unit lands right in the sweet spot. Built specifically for small to medium-sized rooms, it provides steady 8002 performance that feels perfectly matched to the environments most people are actually trying to cool. When temperatures begin rising, the airflow quickly restores comfort without making the room feel overwhelmed. What really elevates the experience is adaptability. The adjustable temperature range allows precise control throughout changing weather conditions, while the 3-in-1 design combines cooling, fan, and dry modes into a package that feels useful year-round. Humidity management deserves special recognition. In poorly insulated spaces, moisture often becomes just as uncomfortable as heat itself. The dry mode helps remove that excess humidity, creating air that feels lighter, fresher, and significantly more comfortable. Ease of use is another reason this model stands out. The controls remain straightforward, mobility is excellent, and daily operation feels refreshingly uncomplicated. Compared with larger 12,000 BTU systems, coverage is naturally more limited. However, for compact rooms, that limitation becomes an advantage rather than a weakness. The unit feels appropriately sized for the job while maintaining efficiency and convenience. For renters, students, homeowners, and anyone tired of fighting indoor heat all summer long, it delivers exactly what most people need without unnecessary complexity. After comparing every model in this lineup, the Shinco 8000 BTU earns the #1 position for one simple reason: balance. While larger units offer greater coverage and some competitors introduce additional smart features, Shinco combines cooling performance, portability, ease of use, and everyday practicality into a package that feels perfectly suited for small rooms struggling with poor insulation. It cools spaces up to 350 square feet effectively, includes cooling, fan, and dehumidifying functions, and remains simple enough for virtually anyone to operate comfortably. Rather than overpowering a small room, it works with the space, creating reliable comfort where it matters most. And that makes all the difference. That wraps up our countdown of the top 5 best AC for small room with poor insulation. If you'd like to check current prices or learn more about any of these models, you'll find all the links in the description below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more honest product rankings and buying guides. Stay cool, stay comfortable, and never let a poorly insulated room decide how your summer feels.